we're going to start a book club. The book that we're going to be discussing today is Business Adventures by John Brooks. Supposedly, this book is by Bill Gates. It's one of the best books of all times. It was given by Warren Buffett. Honestly, it's not my opinion. But again, I guess Bill Gates and Warren Buffett, they are on that level of the businesses and whatnot to be, I guess, reading and being involved. But day to day in our world, it's a little bit less practical, right? But anyways, let's do the evaluation and let's start. You want to start, Stefano?
No, you can start. You seem to have a very strong opinion of it already. So
I do. I mean, for me, it was too long. The book was like 16 hours audio. I don't like it. I mean, after reading a couple of times the new book of Patrick by David, Your Next 5 Moves, and now I'm reading the Choose Your Enemy Wisely. So powerful, so strong, the books. This book is just data. It's about 12 different cases study that talks about different market crash, talks about the success of Xerox company. They used to be a very, very successful company before. Talks about the federal income tax system, how it favors rich, how it's not favored the middle class, low income class. So I didn't really get a lot from it. It's a lot of data, a lot of information about those things that I'm just mentioned, but not something that I can say, okay, I like this and I'm going to implement in my life right now or in my business right now. I couldn't grab anything. So for me, the way impact, I'm just going to give 5. The way it was written, it's also old book, right? So I'm going to give it a 6, the way it was written. And overall, I will give a 5 as well. I'm sorry, Warren Buffett and Bill Gates. But again, I like books that I can honestly implement in my personal life, in my business, or with my family. Those are type of books, or at least grab something that I can really use it for my life. I couldn't grab anything.
Wow. How long do you listen to it? How far along do you go?
No, I did the whole 16 hours, but I was skipping the topic.
Okay.
It was getting too mundane, so I just jumped it, and I was doing that until I just finished it, the 16 hours.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't finish it. I didn't went to the end for sure. To be honest, I did like it a little bit more. I did like the thesis. I thought it was going to be really, really good. I think there is a lot that you can learn from stories more than just someone telling you do this. Like I have read a couple of books where they're based on a story and it's really good. Like you learn a lot and it's also entertaining. So did
you find this book entertaining?
No, it's no. But like one that is entertaining is The Go-Giver, for example, and that one is a story based. That one you can read in a day if you are free, and it's really insightful. Again, I didn't even finish it, but I think I would just give it an 8. Sorry, an 8, no, a 7 across the board. I think it was the company on the one that does copy machines.
Like Xerox.
Yeah, I think that was the first one. I think that makes sense. Like the story that they found some success and they kind of settled with that or got used to that and build their business on that, and then kind of didn't innovate as much. And for that reason, they faced some, problems.
Yeah, they start doing too much philanthropy, and they were now focusing on actually building the company, and then competition crushed them,
Yeah, I think that's an insight that we see a lot, like with a lot of people. They just find some success, they got too comfortable, and they think it's going to last forever. So I did like that. I think that's something, again, it's not the first time that I see that,
right?
Or that I read that, but
yeah, I have read that about many companies. Kodak, Blockbuster. I mean, many companies had very similar situation. So give me a couple of things that you think this is really good that we can implement nowadays, today, of what we do, you and me, that can be really useful.
I don't know, man. I think it will go back to things like that. And we talked about it like that last Saturday in the meeting, where using that as an example, thinking about what are some things right now that could happen that could take a lot of business, and how we can position ourselves so that doesn't happen. Like stories like that just get me to think about those things. I wouldn't be able to tell you like something exactly, but I hear a story like that and I'm like, all right, well, what are some things in the business that maybe I am getting too comfortable with? So that's what I will say I was able to kind of like get from it. That's about it.
That's the issue with the book. It does give you a lot of information. I guess those case studies are real things that happen with the market, with taxes, but the taxes even not up to date. So it's those taxes at that time. It's not what's going on right now. Now it's a lot different, So that's the other thing. That's like, okay, if I were gonna be based my taxes now, what's going on with me now comparing to what it was before, I cannot use.
Yeah.
So that was the real reason why I couldn't connect it with the book. It was too much information that I cannot use it. Nowadays we are with social media and we're getting bombarded with information.
That's the thing too. And this is getting kind of like off topic. It's kind of like a tangent, but I've come to a realization that there is a really good argument for a lot of things, especially conflicting things. So there is a really good argument for you to do X, and there's a really good argument for you to do Y. And the thing about consuming content, especially online, now that there's so much, is that you scroll and then there's everyone just telling you why you should do different things or why different things is the best thing you could do. And they all have good arguments. So it's like, again, you get bombarded with information and everything seems right. And everything may be right.
Probably they are right.
Exactly.
The thing is, they might not be right for you right now.
Exactly. And that's the tough part.
Right. Yeah, I feel you totally. There's a lot of times that I just want to throw my phone out of the window because it's too much information. I just want to stop. And that's why you see me sometimes I'm getting to, let's say, one speaker, Tony Robbins, for 2 years or 3 years or 4 years. Now it's Patrick Bet-David. But because I'm sticking with them, because if I'm going to start listening to everyone, I'm going to go crazy. So I'm sticking with somebody with some content that is very constant and it's about the same things. And I'm sticking with that for as many years as I need. Tony Robbins, in that moment, that's what I needed. And I went all in. I was listening tapes, going to courses, listening in the car. I mean, all the time. Now, I think I need something else. That's why I started looking for other things like creating systems. This Patrick Bet-David is amazing about processes, systems. His values are also really good. So I start following him right now, and I'm trying to avoid any other noise and not listening to anything else. So I can actually implement what he's saying. Because like you're saying, but there's going to be somebody else conflicting that. What he's saying is good. And then it's like, okay, maybe it's not, maybe I shouldn't do that then. And then you start, you are in this, you are in this position that you're overthinking and you're not doing anything. And there's definitely going to be a time that you're going to have to start saying no to a lot of things. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to know anything about this. Like the other day, there was an event in, I think it was an event in printing on demand.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't go. It's like, I don't want to know about this. I don't, because then I'm going to get there. I'm going to get excited. And it's like, and they're going to try to implement something about this. It's like, no, not going.
Yeah.
So So you have to like forcing yourself to not bombard yourself with the information or with the opportunities. There's too many opportunities. You have to pick and choose. And again, like you're saying, they might be good opportunities. They're just not for the moment. You have to see what you're doing, give it time. You also need time with the things. You know, when you implement something or you're changing something in your life, you need time for reflections of what you're doing and start seeing the results. Nothing happens for one day to another, or not even a month. Everything takes time to actually makes a difference.
That's so true.
I totally agree, and I think it's gonna get worse with the AI now. Any text seems make sense a lot. Every audio makes sense a lot. I mean, with the AI, it's gonna get even worse. Are you using AI for anything in what you do?
Like AI tools, probably ChatGPT mostly, and now the tools that we used before are implementing AI. You know, now even Amazon has AI. When you go through reviews, it gives you kind of a summary of it and things like that. But mainly ChatGPT. Do you use something else?
Not chat, mainly ChatGPT. Repricers are AI. I'm using some marketing things, some marketing tools with AI. I mean, like you're saying, now it's because it's a trend. Everybody's saying that they have an AI in their software, you know, but it's not necessarily true. But I think it's a next big thing. I really think so. I think it's like an internet back in the day.
Yeah.
Another thing to do, right?
Yeah, another thing. Well, I will have to implement it somehow. I saw that there is someone created an influencer made out of AI, and there have been a couple, but they are making money. Now they've made it on OnlyFans too.
I heard about it. The girls of AI. Yeah. I heard about it. Crazy, right?
Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy. It is crazy. All right. I don't know if you want to add anything else about the book.
No, man. Hopefully the next one is shorter.
Hope
That's
so
about
too.
it.
Hope so too. I'm gonna put in the next list. I want to put a couple of the Patrick Bet David books to see if the community chooses, because it's both of them are really good books. I really like them.
Oh yeah, let's do it, man. I've heard you talk a lot about this guy. So
the last one that they came out yesterday. The book came out yesterday. I finished today.
Really?
That's how.
Good?
Really good. 6 hours book. I wake up in the morning and I want to listen to the book to finish it.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Choose Your Enemy Wisely. It's a bestseller. It's already a bestseller. Came out yesterday.
All right, I'll check it out.
Check it out, man. All right. I'll let you go. Thank you very much for coming.